Walker's story is one for the history books. The very first woman to become a Harris County constable.
She's got a resume that would make you say,
wow.
All of the people at Precinct 7 have worked hard to have some credibility and accountability and integrity at Precinct 7.
The respect that I had for her was very high.
McNeil was fired this year for leaving her post without permission, but is now speaking out about the way Constable May Walker allegedly used her deputies to get campaign cash.
I felt real pressured. You know, I felt like to stay in her good grace, you would have to sell these tickets.
$25 tickets just like these for the Constable's annual campaign fundraiser at Gabby's Barbecue. And you don't have to believe Lillian. We found a stack of records inside the offices of Precinct 7, detailing an organized plan that hit up every single Precinct 7 employee for money.
To me, it looked exactly like an old-fashioned Chicago shakedown.
Look at this document we found at Precinct 7 headquarters. It shows you how the plan worked. Envelopes for each and every employee, and the higher your rank, the more you were asked to sell. Dispatchers, $100 worth of tickets. Patrol officers, $150. Sergeants, $200 each. Even reserves were given 2 tickets to sell. $50 for people who don't even get paid. But they do rely on Constable May Walker for their law enforcement commission.
I'm a single parent, so it was very hard for me to actually come up with the money for those tickets.
Last year, records show 700 tickets were given out to Precinct 7 employees to sell.
They can purchase the ticket, they can sell them to their friends and families or whatever they want to do because they wanted to support me.
In my opinion, that's part of a God complex. Like, I own you, so you do what I ask for, that's it. I don't think it's very fair at all.
No one has forced anybody to contribute anything here.
To the guy who's sitting there getting the request is, if you don't give me the money, then you know what, you may not have a job. That is real clear. See, it's got to be extraordinarily careful.
They should not be coerced, forced into giving any money to anybody to keep their job. That is not right.
And in Precinct 7 computers, we found even more evidence of campaign work on county time and on your county equipment.
Planning events or those kinds of things on county equipment is clearly illegal, and no reason for that.
I'm not aware that anybody sent out any emails about the barbecue.
There are invoices for campaign fundraising, reminders from a commander to deputies about turning in your money, black and white evidence of Walker's red carpet affair.
I tried to be legal and I tried to be moral, and I'm going to continue to do those things that I know is best for me and for this department.
I would like to see it stop, period. I think if she's going to run, she needs to get out and work and make her own money to run. I don't think she should feed off of the deputies that we barely get paid as it is.
Take a drive down Scott Street. It's hard to miss the big banner outside the gas station. Re-elect Constable May Walker. The owner says he's only met the constable twice in his entire life, but she obviously made a big impression.
You got anything you want to tell me about Precinct 7 and your relationship with them?
No, I don't have no relationship. I hardly go over there.
As we leave, a Precinct 7 patrol car has finished gassing up, and it's no coincidence.
What makes your gas station so popular?
I don't see any reasons, just possibly the gas prices.
No, that's not it. The prices at Texaco are about the same as other neighborhood gas stations we checked. And besides, the county doesn't even pay the price listed at the pump. Maybe the station is just convenient to Precinct 7 headquarters. No, that's not it either. The gas station across the street from the Precinct 7 headquarters is only 1/10 of a mile away. That Texaco on Scott and Quarter is nearly 3 miles away.
It doesn't make sense that we have to come all the way over here to fill up when we're right here.
County fuel records don't lie. The Texaco at Scott and Quarter has a virtual lock on Precinct 7 business in southeast Houston. Now the constable has filed a lawsuit against another former Precinct 7 deputy, claiming he told me the constable was getting bribes for the gas deal.
No one has ever given me cash money from that Texaco service station.
The constable says there was never any agreement that all fuel for Precinct 7 vehicles be purchased from that Texaco station.
So no one from Precinct 7 has ever asked for any money in exchange for them coming here?
No, sir. Definitely 100%.
Okay.
Not even one single penny. I didn't pay nobody, not even one single penny to come over here.
Now look at this Precinct 7 order, approved by the constable herself. Effective March 2010, when fueling your assigned county vehicle, you shall use the Texaco at Scott and Quarter. Maybe the constable just likes the gas at Texaco better. No, that's not it. Because the rest of the order says you are not authorized to use the Texaco service station located at 288 and OST.
Just ask her. Ask them why they come over here.
We tried, but the constable refused to sit down for an on-camera interview. But Wednesday at a press conference where she wouldn't take our questions,
Well, transparency means that you answer the questions as well.
the constable maintained she's saving you money by limiting gas stations to crack down on possible fraud. Tonight, the county tells us gas station selection isn't even a factor in uncovering fraud. We have documented one financial connection between the constable and that Texaco station owner.
That guy at that service station have given me donations because I've sent him letters and I received checks from him.
So we paid Moses a second visit a few days later, this time with a hidden camera rolling.
May Walker never approached me or asked me for donation personally.
Right.
Always through one of the deputies.
A deputy in a patrol car picking up campaign checks from a store Precinct 7 is paid to protect. And Moses has given generously. $3,000 in donations in 2008, one of the biggest May Walker got that year. The latest contribution, $500 more this July.
I do it because I live in the community.
Right.
I hear every day.
Sure.
We are facing danger every day.
He's a businessman, and Scott and Quarter is a tough neighborhood. It never hurts to have lots of patrol cars around.
All these allegations came up from deputies that used to work for me because they are upset that they were terminated.
You would have called, I would have paid it. You know that?
Meet Jim Rutherford.
You're the one that f***ed up. If you would have called, I would have paid it.
Yes, he's the guy yelling.
Why didn't you give somebody common courtesy? That's common courtesy. That's all it would have took.
Rutherford owed $200,000 in back taxes when the county tax agent showed up to seize his Bentley. Someone made sure the car was blocked in. And Mr. Rutherford, he was armed. No, not with a gun, and he's not a cop. But the tax office says he did flash a police ID from Harris County Constable Precinct 7. An ID just like this one. Sure looks official. There's a place for fingerprints, a badge. It says police advisor.
What's your first instinct when you see those?
Well, they indicate that the person's a police advisor and there was some official capacity with that agency.
When I came here in 2005, I decided to have some people that could help me with programs, that can help me financially, that can help me anything that I need at Precinct 7 and be the eyes and ears of the community.
Former County Judge Robert Eccles helped pass the state laws regulating unofficial police IDs.
A legitimate advisor position is probably okay. An indiscriminate distribution, yeah, that's bad practice.
It made us wonder, how did a bankrupt healthcare company owner in West Houston get to be a police advisor to a constable on the other side of town? He must be a big fan of May Walker. Jim Rutherford and his company were among the largest political contributors to May Walker's campaign ever since she's been a constable. 5,000 here, 3,750 more from his company. In a constable's campaign, that's a lot of money.
It would raise the question and legitimately cause the question to be asked of is there something going on here?
Maybe it's just a coincidence, but campaign records we looked at show us many of the current police advisors have given generously to keep the constable in office. Kind of sounds like you can get a badge for the right price. But don't take our word for it. In a county computer, we found a document for the ministers supporting Precinct 7. Some of them were at that press conference last week for moral support. They were promised a badge. One of the requirements, each minister shall be required to support the May Walker Scholarship Fund.
It was the choice of the ministers to do that. And a lot of them don't participate. It's whatever they want to do.
May Walker gets much of her campaign money from the people who owe her their jobs. A lot of it collected in cash from a Precinct 7 commander using emails on a county computer to do it. May Walker stood before TV cameras last week telling taxpayers she's unaware employees worked on her campaign on your dime.
And I can't answer anything, but I'm not aware of that.
So maybe this email from June will help refresh the constable's memory, assuming she reads emails from her command staff sent to her. It's a discussion of how big the barbecue tickets should be, the ones for her annual campaign event.
I'm not aware that anybody sent out any emails about the barbecue.
But here's an email from May Walker to a commander, passing along the menu options for her campaign fundraiser. See that woman standing behind May Walker? Yeah, that one. She's Lieutenant Sylvia Trevino, and she appears to have been in charge of collecting the money from the employees. In her office, we found stacks of documents detailing campaign fundraising at Precinct 7.
Sell the ticket, due dates are coming up, sell the tickets.
Radha Patel is another one of those fired former deputies May Walker now blames for all her troubles.
I started giving money back in 2008 when I was a reserve, and I didn't make no money when I was a reserve. Wow, we actually have to write a check out for that. Instead of writing a check out for a light bill or gas bill or the guy who cuts my grass, I got to write a check to her.
But they also hold raffles at Precinct 7. This email in February of this year reminds supervisors to tell their employees to turn in their money.
It's not a raffle for my campaign. It is not a raffle for my campaign.
Really? Raffles for political campaigns, after all, are illegal. And that's why May Walker's denial may come back to bite her. Look at this email from a commander. Constable, tomorrow is the date of our fundraising raffle drawing. Walker sets the time for the drawing at 4 p.m. Maybe the constable should look at her own campaign finance reports. Read it for yourself, Miss Walker. It says right there in black and white, raffle tickets.
No question, it's an admission of a legal act, and it's probably an admission of stupidity.
We have a raffle here during the Christmas season, and the officers get tickets because they want tickets, and they usually win some hefty prizes.
Lieutenant Trevino did get some heat about that 2009 Christmas raffle, and not from prosecutors, but from the deputies. You see, hundreds of raffle tickets were sold, but the very same person won first and second prize, the big TV, the all-expenses-paid trip to Las Vegas. The lucky guy? Constable Victor Trevino. Oh, did I mention that Lieutenant Sylvia Trevino is Victor Trevino's wife?